And now, I am truly honored to bring onto the stage our opening keynote speaker, the fabulous Lana Fabb, spelled with 2 B's, just for that extra oomph. And she's flying in via Zoom Airlines all the way from the United Kingdom with the speech, Fabb by name. Fabb by name, Lana Fabb.
Thank you. So what comes to your mind when you think of London? Kings and queens, castles and palaces, right? It's fabulous. So when I set up home on the outskirts of London, I made sure everyone living with me could enjoy a life of luxury. And that's why I built Cluckingham Palace for my pet hens. We have Gwyneth Paltrow, Chickless Cage, Maggie Hatcher, and many, many more. They are literally the talk of the street. I also have a cat, Princess Roxy, who also lives in luxury, and she has a crown for a bed. Spoilt much? The chickens, they lay so many eggs that I donate them to the neighbours, to the local church for evening suppers for those less fortunate, to make sure that they get a hot meal. I also run a food bank to support the local area. You'll often see me walking around the streets with piles of egg boxes, delivering them to neighbours ready for breakfast. My hens have gotten so popular that we have regular visitors coming over to see them. And on most weekends, we have visitors coming to give them a cuddle or feed them some sweet corn. My garden is like an oasis for children and adults wanting to come and see. In actual fact, I should probably charge them an entry fee. You would be amazed at the amount of people that contact me saying, can I come and pick up your chicken? I don't know, it must be a thing. People want to hold a hen, but obviously they are more than welcome. The only poor thing that my chickens can't have is a boyfriend. There is no dating in Cluckingham Palace, as we are not allowed to keep a cockerel. And to be honest, I'm actually quite pleased about that. Nobody wants to hear them arguing over whose turn it is to have a romantic meal at the picnic table. And yes, the hens do have their own miniature picnic table, which they have their lunch on and have a little natter. So personally, I'm living up to my name. My life is fab. Professionally, not so much. I was stagnating in my role. I was stuck in a rut, but I didn't know it, or I didn't really want to see it. Then a great friend of mine who had read and benefited from the book gifted me a copy of Bring Inner Greatness Out. I will be honest, I ignored this for some time because I did not believe anything needed to change, or perhaps I wasn't ready to accept it. One day, I decided to respect my friend and I opened the book. I cannot explain the change in mindset, but suddenly I realized that my professional life was not fab. I was what other people wanted me to be, and I was not authentic. I was undervalued and underutilized. I was very comfortable in my role, but I wasn't happy and I wasn't challenged. So I spoke about my aspirations with my manager. He understood that I wanted more and there was nothing more they could offer me. The job I wanted, it didn't exist. I must do the same role, play the corporate handbook, be what they want me to be, and wait for a million years to get something I wasn't sure I wanted or even existed. And I felt really sad about this. I had given this company 9 years of my heart and soul, and they didn't want to help me grow. To be honest, I found it quite insulting. So I handed in my 3 months notice, a bold move, but it was a kick that I needed to take back control. Yes, I did panic, but I calmed down after a few sleepless nights. And then suddenly people started reaching out to me. They were learning that I was leaving a role I'd been very good at for 9 years. and they were getting in touch. I was offered jobs and interviews. And during all of these conversations, I explained the value I would bring, what I wanted in return from them. Happily, I joined a new company in a far senior role with a salary I negotiated based on the value that I would bring to the organization. Honestly, it was the most empowered I'd ever felt professionally. Self-belief, drive, and ambition are always a work in progress. I don't have all the answers, nor will I ever. But thanks to the support I have received from the amazing doctor himself, and by being able to refer to both the audio and the physical copies of the book, I always have a reference point so I can confidently keep moving forwards and keep growing. I am now Fab in name in my personal life and in my professional life. It's a fabulous situation to be in.